Today we're going to fix this stand-up paddleboard. It has a couple holes in it. I already fixed one of them. Now that I know how to do it, I'm going to go ahead and post a video on it. So I stored it all winter in a semi-covered shed in its uninflated state with, because it had the holes in it. I wasn't terribly careful with it, but it does look pretty good when you clean it. Here's the supplies we're going to need for this project. There's a list in the description, so just go look for that list, and while you're down there, go ahead and hit like and subscribe. So here's some MEK, methyl alpha ketone. We're going to use that to take the existing adhesive off the seam. All right, so that we can open it up, and then we're going to put this stuff, the vinyl cement, in there and repair the hole. All right. Then we've also got some skewers to help us get that in there. Also some Q-tips and little makeup thingies to help get the MEK in the seam. I'm gonna wear some gloves while I'm doing this. It's a good idea because I think this stuff is nasty. You shouldn't have it on your skin. And it'll also keep me from sticking my fingers together with the cement. So with that, we're going to inflate the board and see how it goes. So again, in the description below has the list and the links for how to find all this stuff. Of course, my neighbor decided to do the power washing just as I started to work on this, but you should still be able to hear. You hear that? I don't know how good the microphone is on this thing, but I can definitely hear it. And when I put my hand over it, it changes tone. So it's definitely there. I'm gonna put, now we should be able to see if there's this or any other once we put that soapy water on there. Soap. I'm just gonna go ahead and sponge. Let's see. Yeah, definitely there. That's where it is, right there. You see that? Definitely right there. Let's see if we find anywhere else. Seems to take a lot to make that really make a difference.
I'm even clean it off while I'm doing this.
Alright, so there's my previous patch. Oh, look, is it still bubbling there, or is that just... It's just see that discolorization there. That's where I tried to fix it with a patch, and the patch just didn't work. I put the patch over it, and then the seam would seep out through the side of the patch. So that's why you have to do it this way. Alright, now I'm going to check all the seams on the bottom side here. Hopefully nothing.
Swiping along carefully. So if my camera works, gets it off. Correct, what are you doing? So going along with some more soap on the side. So if my camera work gets a little off, I'm trying to look at the camera and also make sure I'm getting the soap on there. So far it looks pretty good. I don't think there's any problems down here.
Alright, so I put soap all the way around it. Doesn't seem to be any problems. No bubbles on this side. Alright, so this is where I'm going to be applying the patch, but before I do that I have to open the seam up, and I'm going to do that with the MEK. I can feel the air coming out, so that's definitely the problem. Now I'm going to deflate it so that the MEK doesn't bubble back out as I'm trying to put it in there. So I want it to be kind of an even pressure between the outside world and this the inside of the boat. Okay, so pressing the button, not much is coming out anymore. I think that's enough. All right, we're gonna try this. Is the camera lined up? It's gonna be right there. Might be a little, I don't want to see if I can get a little. Put it on with the makeup applicator here, or makeup remover spongy thing. I don't know what you call these. All right, so I'm just gonna put some on there. All right, and then now that goes right in there. Okay, a little more. Everything between those two marks. I'm gonna be careful not to set this on anything where it can do damage. Yeah, see what it's done to my gloves already? Right, yuck. So maybe I'll put 2 gloves on this time. Put 2 on. Sounds like my neighbor's being productive with his power washing. Yeah, get this done. Get her done. All right, so now I'm gonna pour some MEK in the bottle cap, like that. And then I'm gonna dip this Q-tip in there and flatten that out. And we're gonna go right in there. And you see how that kind of got in there? All right. I'm gonna put the Q-tip over top of the cap. And I'm gonna take this guy. Yeah, see, it starts to wedge in there. Kind of perforate it, make little holes. It's nice and soft. Really, really soft. It just gets right in there. Okay. He's not gonna want to do his upper deck now because that's gonna be real noisy. I might have to delay this for another day. Definitely feel that separation. And if you need something a little sturdier, you use a flathead screwdriver too. I don't think I would use a X-Acto knife or anything like that because probably end up cutting the plastic and getting more of a problem. So I feel like I'm going, once you feel like you're getting through the seam, you kind of want to stop and put more MEK in there. And you just follow the seam on down. So follow that seam on down. I'm gonna flatten this out a little bit. Sorry if you can't really see it too well. Try to get another view on there. Try to get a different angle when I do the other ones over there. But it's the same general technique. Dabbing it in there, trying to get it in the seam as much as possible. Okay. So far my gloves are holding up. All right. Push this through a little more. No, I want to use this first, I think. Yeah, this seemed to be good at starting it. Seemed to be the way to go to start it. Don't want to delay it a little more because it's going to rain for like the next couple days. So that's probably also why he's decided it's a good day to do the power washing. Oh yeah, see? Yeah, look how, it's going way down in there. Getting into that seam, opening it up. Now I'm gonna hit it with the screwdriver. And you can see I'm digging out the old adhesive. I'll try to make a different bump there so I can angle it a little better. Let's get a crease right there. There we go, that's better. Pop that crease up so I can get in there, work it at an angle. Yeah, I think this is where the hole was because I can definitely feel it separating really easily here. So this must have been where the leak was. Probably is because it's right on the, and it's like this 3 seams, whoops, sorry. 3 seams come together here. It's probably a weak spot. Dig out some more of the old adhesive. And I'm gonna put some more MEK down in there. I'm gonna use a new Q-tip. They're real cheap, so no reason to like completely just stress out. Yeah. Yep. Definitely getting down in there. Corey, you don't want to smell this. No, you don't. There we go, yep. See, I felt that go all the way through the seam. Okay, yeah, I pulled up a bunch of old adhesive that get that all out of there. I'm gonna get that all out of there so we can use a new stick too. We want to get that old adhesive out of there so the new stuff will bind directly to plastic, the PVC, whatever this is. Yeah. There we go. Now, here's the thing is I only got 2 clamps. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to do 1 set of clamps. So I only got 1 set of clamps. So I'm going to have to do this one first and then the other ones down the way. But I think what I'll do is I'll go ahead and get the seams open on all 3 while I've got this stuff out, the nasty MEK stuff out. And then I will fill this one in. You gotta let it get tacky, and then clamp it in and let it seal and set. Okay, so let's call this one. Let's say this one is done enough. I'm gonna go ahead and open the other seams up and let the MEK evaporate from here while that's happening. Then I'll be able to put the new PVC cement in here. Of course, now I come back to finish this up and more power washing. Data power wash down here. Anyway, I'm gonna put these clamps on there, and it's gonna take 2 hands, so I'm gonna sit down the camera for a minute. But you'll get the idea. You just have to crimp it in there nice and good so that it gets sticky. All right. So now we're going to put the cement on there. Okay. This is something you want to be careful with. It's messy, but it's not as bad as the MEK. You might want to wear, if you're inside, you might want to wear. Well, you definitely want to do it well ventilated, and you might want to wear a mask if you're inside. But you just put this on. I put it on a thin line right above the seam, and then I'm gonna use this to work it down into the hole. Okay, and get it down into the hole as far as you can, and then do another line right at the seam to get that in there. Okay, and we'll let this set for a little too much, so I'm going to use this to wipe off the excess. There we go. Okay, and then we're gonna let this set for about 5 minutes, and then we'll come down and we'll put the clamps on it so that it will sit overnight like that. Okay, we're back. Kara Canine and I came down here to take a look and see if our repairs actually worked. So I'm going to go ahead and take off the clamps and fill it up with air and do another test with some soapy water and see how it goes. Here's, looks like the soap has given us no bubbles. Yay! That is pretty much completely sealed. Nothing coming out of that. Woo woo! Success!